let's have a look at some typical statements that this survey from the Pew Research Center of Americans on their religious and spiritual lives threw up. And this was a survey of 11,201 people in 2023. So a reputable survey by a reputable company. And there are some very interesting and let's say similar and to be expected statements among the survey respondents, i.e., when asked what is spirituality, it is, I believe that there is a force bigger than me, just not necessarily a god or a deity. I believe there is a God who is a higher power to all that exists. I don't have to attend church to feel that God is everywhere and the beauty of everything. Spirituality is believing something larger and more creative than science. These are nice and succinct ways of describing something that you probably could have guessed. Spirituality is religion without the rules. Spirituality is belief in something vague but more. You could have guessed these things. Now, this is what I was about to start speaking about. And again, these are common tropes in even the most basic religions that we see in hunter-gatherer societies, i.e. societies that live in the way that our earliest human evolutionary ancestors did, but are still surviving in that way today. So 100% of hunter-gatherer societies that were recorded in this study have a belief in animism. So that is the spiritual meaningfulness of rocks and mountains and animals other than humans. And 79% believe in a belief in the afterlife and shamanism. Perhaps shamanism would be less common among modern spirituality, just insofar as that it's a kind of priesthood in a way, and modern spirituality is more of a rejection of that kind of thing. But certainly belief in the afterlife and animism are common ideas. Now we're getting into the philosophy of religious language a bit more. Now, just before we carry on in this vein, it's important to note that all of these are very complex arguments. So if you're going to use them in your essays, then you're going to have to use them in clever ways, and you're going to have to make clear what you're doing because you can go badly wrong. And a lot of these arguments aren't necessarily dealing head on in the arguments that they make in their books with what we're dealing with, which is the meaningfulness of being spiritual.